This is one of the most common questions asked about twin flames is, can there be two twin flames? And it's such an elusive subject and situation because there can be what I call a soul branch where you end up incarnating into soul groups or soul clusters where you can have dynamics playing out in your life throughout your life where you'll end up dating or running into multiple partners in your life, or even beings that you feel are your twin flame, because they're carrying some of that soul cluster energy that you came in on earth with. And you'll have a recognition with some of them. I've had soul sparks with other beings. I've had all kinds of other very profound experiences with past partners that I really thought were my twin flame, and they turned out not to be, until I finally actually was taken into the heavens and married in the front of God, literally, through holy matrimony. I continued to be eluded by the idea of a true lover or twin flame. I didn't know it was called twin flame back then because I awakened with my twin flame in 2008. But and that was even right when Facebook started coming out. Nobody was online talking about twin flames back then, so there wasn't any information. We just had to follow our soul. But there was a lot of times in my dating life where I was given very profound spiritual experiences, and I really thought that was a sign that it was my one. And it turned out not to be. And the reason why is because you have to go through, you're getting codes sometimes in different relationships with different people, and you have to go through some of your soul evolution in order to be prepared even for the divine counterpart. And a lot of times you will incarnate with beings and you'll run across them in your life where you have a soul remembrance or soul recognition with them, because you guys have already agreed to come into each other's life for certain soul lessons. So it can be very tricky because it can feel like a twin flame because you have remembrance of them, you have love for them, you have things that you love about them because you know them on a soul level. But as far as twin flames themselves, the actual divine alchemical married counterparts, there is only one and only one. And at the core root of entire existence of humanity, that particular distortion, because it has to be worked through in so many layers, that particular distortion has created havoc on earth since the beginning days of the fall of Atlantis. And that's where we are really, really needing to dig deeper and deeper and deeper. So again, people are getting caught in relationships really feeling like they're in a twin flame connection, and it turns out not to be. And in some ways, you may be getting codes, but in other ways, if you stay there for too long when you're not supposed to, it's going to stop your evolution. It's going to prevent your evolution. And there's also beings that can, like negative beings, that can also harvest your DNA and corrupt and scramble your codes there. So there's a lot of things that can happen in your soul journey, and you really have to work through what it is that it's trying to teach you. But as far as is there more than one? No, there's not. But you can certainly be led into relationships where you really feel it's a twin and it turns out not to be. So if you want to say that there's more than one, well, it's because there's more than one perception. And you do have to be careful, because at the end of the day, your whole spiritual journey is going to end up leading you back to the ultimate divine, celestial, alchemical partner if you're called into that lesson in this life, because not everybody is. And that's okay too, because again, sometimes you're paired with soulmates because, and I mean other than twin flames, because your soul needs to go there for certain lessons, or you guys made an agreement where you're going to come into this life for different scenarios. So, you know, the souls that come into the divine union counterpart with a twin flame alchemical celestial mate, they will not be brought into that lesson or that alignment until they've gone through enlightenment. So that is actually achieved through enlightenment, and it does not happen before then. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that really are saying lots of things that they shouldn't be saying, but it does not happen until a soul goes through enlightenment, and that's why it can be elusive. But you can certainly have other partners who are soul matches or soulmates or kindred spirits that you've incarnated with, and they can really carry a lot of the twin flame energy. And it's because you have a purpose with them, and you have to figure out what that is in your own journey. But I hope that answered it, and I'll see you guys next time.